Send this. Okay, that's it. Quick look at the notes. Right, 20%, 3 top 3. Alright, let's give it a go. A couple of 31s so far. See if I can beat that. A quarterback and hornet, I'm gonna go on this. Hey Jess, thanks. How are you doing? Have I got sound on this? I just need to check. Yeah. I always get dangerously close to timing out if I don't have sound on. What time is it there, Jess? It's about 12:30, yeah, lunchtime. I'm gonna do this and then have some lunch. 6:30 in the morning, ouch. Right, I'm going a straightforward drive white by the rough, plus end of the +1. I always like to try and be specific. 3 top, 3 right, 20 max, 7, 6. Start as you mean to go on, Erich. Great shot. I'm looking at for 313 would be nice. Oh, the great. Can you give me a slightly longer slider number? 12. 313 perfect. That is Pradeep, isn't it? I wonder if it's a replay. Uh, 313 with a perfect. I've been playing mid numbers with my horn at 6. 2 back, half a right. Great left's goes slightly further from the hole. Plus it was a yard more. I'm gonna try 55%.
Perfect shot.
No, plus 10 elevation. .313 with a perfect drive. I've been playing mid and that's been dropping. Three 7. Ball guide about a foot before the hole. Something like that. At least they hit perfect on the one that mattered. Thanks, Jess.
Perfect shot.
I think this is a replay. Pradeep dropping it. Good man. Okay. Trying a shot here that I've seen, I think Fenzel and Tommy playing this tourney. Just a rough bump. It's I dropped it in the first attempt and then I've missed it since. I think you've got to get the. I think it needs a bit of an end flicker, and you've got to get that bang on. Not an easy shot, but I haven't found a shot around the NASCAR ball on this either. So give it a go. It's like this guy's playing it as well. I wouldn't do that. I'd zoom in past the trees.
Perfect shot.
Not a bad effort, but I think that'll have been down to a bit of a dodgy pull there. So yellow by the top, it should be a +8. I think the ball guide to the hole. We just need to tweak a touch of back and right spin like the opponent did. Something like that. 15 max 6-3. So I want an end flicker on this. That looks about right, I think. I hope. Oh my god. That wasn't even close. Okay. Tough drop that one anyways, but always annoying to hit great. And you know you've got a chance at a drop. Right. I think. Check. Yeah. Don't have a Sniper 10 on any of these pro accounts. It's all Sniper 8s, which is like 166 power instead versus 172. It's a big difference, really, in it. It's not really enough for the second shot on this hole, or on 12 either. So that's why I'm going with a Horizon, because it has about 173 yards. But if you have a Sniper 10, then I'd definitely stick with a Sniper.
Great shot.
Okay, so 5 top, 3 right. 20 max. Pain in the ass on this one. Pull to the middle. Yeah.
Great shot. Perfect shot. Nice on.
You see, with the Horizon here, I'm still right up near max. If it was Sniper 8, I'd be back here somewhere and struggling to bounce over. I want it to offset it a bit to the left. Maybe something like that to give it a go. Try no elevation. Max 2 rings. Just like 1201 if anything.
Perfect shot.
Touch more offset needed there, but came in at a nice pace. There with no top on it. This next hole, I feel like I've got pretty much dialed front and back 9. So a couple of nice shots as long as I can execute it. So this one, just check the notes. So this one's playing by the sand and the top rough with the red ring. 2.2 back, 3 left. Proper eye pull. 10 mid. By proper eye pull on this, or what I'm going to do, what I mean is that I'm literally going to aim the wind arrow at the eye in wind. I'm not looking for it to be at 12 o'clock or even 11:59. I'm literally going to aim the wind arrow at the eye. And it's the same pull on the back 9 as well that I'm using. I think it's because we're basically pulling a little bit uphill here. It just helps push the ball landing spot back to where you're actually aiming.
Great shot. Nice on.
Alternative would be to start doing sort of pull back half a ring or a ring, but I think this feels more consistent to me. So I'm going red sand and top rough. So something like that. 3 left, 2.2 back. So it should look like that. 6-1 mid, 6 rings. So an eye pulls the wind out the eye. Like that.
Perfect shot.
See how it comes in. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm dead centre every time that. Just quite got the pull angle right.
Birdie.
It missed left. May have been a touch too much eye pull on that.
Birdie.
Right. Let's see if we can drop this one then. plus 10, about half the red in the rough. Just got 4.5 top 3 right. No elevation. 2.3. Yeah, I don't think it needs any curl either. Just went with a tiny stow P there because I just pulled into it. And let's see the yardage. $352. 52. I feel like that's going to be just below mid. About 350 is around about mid, I think, for sniper 8. But we'll have a look visually. But I'm expecting that to be about somewhere around 57%.
Perfect
I'm going to
shot.
try and stick with minus 20 on this one. Check that visually. It's actually a bit below mid, shouldn't it? It should be about 43%. I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? So let's just try, yeah, 42, 49. 4.2 rings. That's the spins I've got written down. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, that should work. Pulled in an 11.59 pull.
Perfect shot.
Because we're just pulling slightly downhill. So that needs less of an offset than that, and that's money.
Nice on.
So it was with like half a back to 1.5 right spin. Second bounce. So red about the top, near the rough. Focus on that second bounce position being sort of mid-fringe. So then the third bounce is safely on the green, and that avoids clipping the fringe with any speed rolls. Or as long as you do the 11.59 pull anyway. Because if you don't do the 11.59 pull, you'll land short of where you're aiming. Then you could click there, you could catch the glitch maybe. But yeah, less of an offset than that.
Perfect shot.
It's a nice effort as well.
Nice on.
I was trying a different, first couple of counts I was trying a different setup completely with like one top 3 right, which is a way I like to play this hole quite often, but the problem I found was that it was taking me into the bunker on the pull, and then depending on your wind strength, depending on your drive position, depending on the wind angle, depends on how far down you pull into the bunker, which completely then starts to throw out. There's going to be no consistency there because you don't know exactly what distance you're going to land at. So then I obviously adjusted the spins to try and stay away from it. And that was my first proper go at it really, because I hit great on the last account. I think if I had another go at that, I definitely would drop it. So just bring the offset, reduce the offset slightly based on that shot, and you'll definitely drop it. This one's very, very slim chance at a drop, the way this hole's playing. Using the big top here for the topspin. If you've got like a Thor 6 plus, I'd use that instead. Or an Epoch 7 plus, but imagine most people playing pro aren't going to have those clubs. I go max top, bar left spin, and just bounce it over onto that fairway. So just looking at the ball guide there visually. So I'm just about +0 yards, something like that. And I'm going to go 20 mid, 2-point rings.
Great shot.
Shouldn't make much difference. Now this shot coming in here, it's going to be probably a long iron shot. I feel like you need a long iron with a good ball guide. It's always preferable. Best ball guide you can get whenever you can, really. And at least probably usually about 4 bars of backspin, 3 to 4. So nothing with a backspin stat really of below 45.
Perfect shot.
And I've packed the guardian as well, just in case I did clip the rough and end up really short. Then I can hit a guardian shot. Just looking really for safe birdie here with a outside chance of an eagle. I think the way this hole's playing with that headwind, not going to be many people dropping this. Hey Vivek, thanks for the good luck, mate. Yeah, I'm a bit far back here because of that grate on the drive. I'm just going to have to play it the same but with more curl, I think. I'll land it here and curl it in. Actually needs to be further back because the wind needs quite a bit of curl, isn't it? Just see, that's what I mean by this has a very small chance of going in. 7 rings, hurry up here.
Perfect shot.
Come on then.
Nice on.
Gave it a chance. So if you high level grizzly or a long iron with has the ball guide and backspin but a bit more distance, then you can land a bit higher up and reduce the need for curl. If you can get the drive to run out a little bit further than I did as well. If I hadn't hit great, it probably would have gone a few yards further. I wasn't really expecting to hold that one, Jess. It came closer than I thought it would, to be honest.
Great shot.
Playing the hole to the left, I just feel like it's just the safest way of playing it. I think you start playing it to the right and trying rough bumps and stuff, you can quickly turn a easy birdie into a par if you're not careful.
Birdie.
You went with the Guardian, did you, Vivek? I'm guessing with a... You must have played like a lower power ball, did you? Or did you come in from a different part of fairway? To the right side, or... Yeah, you could really play that drive. I was only at +1 with the big topper. Therefore, I probably could have used, and maybe I should have used, a nav ball, P1 ball. That would have left me probably quite nicely in guardian range. Might be a good call, that, Vivek, yeah. I always seem to end up playing Kingmakers just out of habit, because I've got so many of them. But yeah, maybe it was better not to there, thinking about it. This one's a work in progress. It's been super close. I'm going to try it with a tiny... I did like a 90-degree lip out on the last account with no curl. So I'm just going to try it with the babiest of left curl. I'm not really sure how much it needs. Super close to the tree, this as well, last time. Really thought I was going to hit it for a moment. But I'm going to stick with it. If I hit the tree, I hit the tree. The baby left curl should help keep me away from that anyway. It's just how much curl to use is the question. I felt like I was just... because I went up to the hill and ran back down, and I felt like if I'd been a touch further left, dropped because it caught the right edge and lipped out. So I tried to touch a left curl, but with the same setup I played, which was red, rough and sand. Check my notes again. 2 back, 1 right. D mid. 6 1 to 1 plus 0.1. So shit. Can't see. I'm gonna go from there. Pull through to where 7-3 would be. Because the other ring looked a bit shitty. And I'm gonna go with a bit of left curl. Let's try. So there.
Perfect shot.
That's definitely further over to the left. I think it might be too far over to the left now. Yeah, it is. Less left curl, and that last one hit the right edge. So just the tiniest of left curl maybe there. Just so sort of touching the inside of the shot circle. They're just not quite dropping here, are they? Let's see if we can get a few drops. This one's a guaranteed eagle, the next, I think. Well, this is also a new shot. I tried it on the last account and it worked okay.
Perfect shot.
I'm just trying and tweaking it on this account. I'm just trying to avoid the bounce rough bump on the next hole. This looks like, that's nice. That's about where I wanted mine to be coming down from. Oh. That's the opposite of what mine did last time. Frustrating hole, that one. Most people seem to be just missing that. I don't think I've seen anyone drop that yet.
Birdie.
Okay. Use quarterback and katana on this hole. Same selection for the back nine as well. Very similar shot. I'm playing on both nines. Just double check I don't get confused. So I'm going 6 back, 3 right. 1 to 1. Red by the rough on this one. And just over triangle curl for both. Cool. So with quarterback 9 or 10, red by the rough at P2 max. 6 and 3. Correct 1 to 1 with no push up. And then max controlled OP just over triangle curve, I think something like that.
Great shot.
Try to hit perfect, but the good thing about this shot compared to the bounce rough bump, oh, that's too much backspin. Oh no.
Nice on.
I tweaked it up from the last account and I shouldn't have, because I went long on the last one. Okay, change that to 5.5 backspin. Not play 6. Dope. I didn't expect that to come up that short. The grate might not have helped, but that's annoying. Oh well. See if I can save the putt. So the good thing about playing it around that way compared to the bounce rough bump is if you hit great with the rough bump, you can miss the rough or end up in the sand. Whereas if you hit great on that shot, you should end up on the green still. Well, I think I played that with 5 backspin on the last account and it went long.
Great shot.
Should have only gone to... I over adjusted the other way. Should have only gone to 5.5, I think.
Nice on.
Oh, can I even reach the hole on this? Well, that's a relief. It's been a scrappy front nine. This is my worst front nine so far. See if we can pick up some drops on the back nine. Rocky went what? Far back off the pin, an overpowered putt which missed. Quarterback shot did not apply OP. So you ended up short on the quarterback, I guess, Vivek. Yeah, I think that shot with 5.5 backspin, which is what I'm playing on the back nine, I think, to be fair. So probably I should have stuck with that. Would have been nice. It's just that I tried 5 backspin on the first attempt, last account, and I ended up about 10 foot past the hole or so. I've just over corrected the other way. There, using 6 was too much. So I'm 1.2 back here, 3 right, 20 max, half a ball of curl.
Perfect shot.
I'm trying to get it around about where this funny line is in the fairway, which, whoa, we're actually on the line, so that'll do. Just want to be able to get it through that gap nicely there. Oh, this guy, I played this guy once before. Seems a decent player. I think it looks like he's going to go for some sort of power hook with a big top here. which is just a bit risky for my liking. I want the safe eagle here with an outside chance of an albatross. With the clubs I've got, I mean, if you had like an Apox 7 or something, then yeah, fair enough. Definitely worth having a go, but not with a power hook, with a normal maximum curl shot, I think. Trying to hop over the water. But when I think I've got Apox 3 on this account, definitely not going to do it. That worked out nicely though. If you fancy it, have a go at that shot you just played. I'm quite conservative. I always like to, especially in open round, make sure that I make it through. So I'm going to go mid numbers, no elevation. Make sure with the pull here, yeah, so I'm going to the right and pulling to the left, so I'm definitely going to be clear of those trees. I'm going to offset this a bit left of the hole. So sort of, yeah, something like this. We'll try that. 0, mid, 5-1.
Perfect shot.
So this is just a way really of getting guaranteed eagle with outside chance of an alba. A little pacey this, I think. Yeah.
Nice on.
So just came in that one a touch hot with a touch too much offset, but so it's just an outside chance that way. This does look like a better chance if you fancy that drive, if you fancy taking a bit more risk. So he's going at the right edge, a little bit short. Let's try and see how many rings he pulls here. It's about 5.8 that. Not sure where he was in his club though.
Perfect shot.
It needed a bit more offset. But I'm going that way just because I feel like it's the safest route. If you can always put that drive the way I played it, but a bit longer with more topspin, and then play down the left side, try and run it down from the top of the green. That's what I have done on some other levels, but particularly rookie. Mostly for lack of options, though. It's such an inconsistent shot running in from the top of that green. It very, very, very rarely drops. I think maybe I've dropped it once in the entire time I've played this game. But there is a speed roll up there that can send you into the rough behind the green. So that's why I chose to avoid it on this one. Now this shot is a bit hit and miss, I'm not going to lie. It worked first time, it didn't second time, so I'm trying to tweak it. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Go an extra mile 7. So that's also could use Apox 4, they're the same power. I'm going to try 35% with no push up here. Played at 40% before. First time it worked, and the second time it stopped in the rough just short. I think sometimes that's just luck of how it runs out on this. Because that darker rough just grabs the ball so much more than the layer of lighter rough after it. Alright, so I'm going to go. Take the same setup, 4 top, 2 left. I'm going blue by the rough at max of PC, basically central in that fairway. Just get the right ball type. I'm going to go 35 max with no push up. It's 25 up in there. 4.2. Max OP and a bit of curl. See how it comes in. Get down, ball. Get down. Sit there. Yeah, I'll take that. Anything that's not in the rough here is a fantastic result. Hey Neil, thanks for the good luck, mate. Radu played that hook shot, did he? Okay. Thanks for the good luck, Sith Lord, Ekram. Or E-Charm, is it? Sorry. Yeah, I just don't fancy power hooking a big topper. I don't know. And it's just going to be a lot of guesswork about where you position it, I feel like.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, it's got to land precisely to get over that rough. It's definitely possible. Maybe it's not. Oh, that's a nice shot. Maybe it's not as difficult as it feels to me. Just give it a go if you fancy it. Just the last thing in opening round I want is to make a mess of a hole like that and then not qualify. Let's just go straight forward shot here.
Perfect
Oh, that
shot.
needle felt so slow there.
Eagle.
Oh, should have gone sick.
Eagle.
Marking before it turns itself off. Oh, solid so far, but nothing special, unfortunately. Not quite dropping, are they, at the moment? But it's... when you've got decent shots, have a chance, even when they don't quite drop. If you're executing alright, you should at least be getting yourself through to the next round, which is always the main thing. So quick check the notes here. Okay. And this is based off a shot I think I saw Fensel play, but it's just with a bit of a tweak. I'll try 2.8 top 3 right. %, max. Always seems to be the way at the moment. It's a bit frustrating. This guy's playing the same sort of shot, it looks like. Always seems to be the way at the moment. A bit frustrating that I always seem to have qualifier really dialed in. 17, 16, 17, 16 in quali. And it's just a bit more of a struggling opening round. 30, 31, 31 so far, and might be lucky to shoot 30 on this. I need a couple of drops.
Perfect shot.
Ooh, that's well short. I didn't see what little quarterback he had there. into min, pushing up a couple of rings, putting the clear by the rough. That's sort of roughly where this shot starts. 3 right, I'm trying 2.8 top on this. So something like that. 10 max, 6 rings. Half a ball curl.
Perfect shot.
I hit this on the last account. I tried it for the first time and came up just short of the hole. That's why I tried to click up the top spin and see if that helps. It looks short again, I think. Oh, that's bang on line as well. Try 3 top spin maybe, 3 and a click.
Birdie. Birdie.
Nothing quite dropping here, but it's solid enough. Not have any problems getting through, I don't think. It's just it's not going to be as good a tiebreaker as I would have liked. I'm just playing this very similar to the front 9. Yeah, just really looking for safe eagle with an outside chance of albatross. Again, if sniper 10 would be much better for this shot. But I only have a sniper 8, so because of the lack of distance, I'm having to have use the horizon to make sure I can get over. I only got the Thor 5 on this one this morning. Nice little upgrade, so I thought I'd use it a little bit. Just basically using it the same as if it was an EM7. It's got a couple of yards less distance, so where normally I'd play 4.5 top on it, I might play 5 just to give the same sort of result. So yeah, so here for instance I've got 4.5 top, which is max on the EM7, 3 right, half a ball curl, so I'll just go 5 top, 3 right to make up for the 2 yards. Yeah, it was close, wasn't it, Vivek? Just needed a click more top on that last one, really. I'd say try just 3 and a click, something like that. Hopefully that won't change the line too much. If it does, it might need a click more curl, I'm not sure. It's hard to know without testing it. 3-3. So I'm pushing rings here because of the trees. 3-3. About half a ball of curl.
Perfect shot.
It's basically the exact same drive as the front 9, just said pushing rings because of the trees. I think the front 9 did sort of a zoomed out pull, didn't I? Again, I'm going to try no elevation, beat max numbers. Is it no? Check my notes quickly. Yeah. And this one's going to need the opposite offset to the right.
Perfect shot.
It's always tricky this shot though to get the pace right. I mean that's not far off what he played there, but even I think a lot of the time if that hits the hole, it just hits the pin and bounces out. Just if it comes in that bit hot, I've hit the pin a few times and bounced out on this so far. And if I can't get far enough right, which I can't, I'll probably play this with a bit of curl. That's about at the hole, so maybe just a tiny bit. 2 rings.
Perfect shot.
And like I said, this hole's just an outside chance really. It's take the safe eagle and run. This looks a better pace. No, not enough curl.
Nice on.
But difficult hole, especially in this old format. I think there are some better drops on the newly designed hole. Don't know why we're playing the old holes, to be honest, but it is what it is.
Eagle.
Right. Very simple shot to the front 9. Just slightly different spins and setup position, but the same pull angle. I'm playing on this. Again, this one's been dropping, so let's see if I can get it right this time. Again, 10 mid. Going 3 back, 3 left this time. And going red to sand in the right-handed back rough, not the top rough. Which will leave the ball guide short right at the hole. Then with a full eye pull. It's always going to be difficult this because it's either going to need a pull back or a strong eye pull, and either way is, makes it a bit more inconsistent, a bit more difficult because you've got to get either that pull angle bang on every time or get that pull back the perfect amount and in a perfectly straight line every time, which neither of which is easy to do consistently. Since it's a major, yeah, I get that, Vivek, yeah. Understandable, I suppose. It definitely is much tougher, that old layout on that hole. That's why I say I'm just happy just to take the eagle and run on that. You've got an outside chance for now, but if you get it, it's a bit of good luck and a good drop that not many people are going to get.
Nice on.
See, that's why you need either a pull back or a strong eye pull, because he missed his landing spot by quite a way there, I think. So I'm going red to the back rough and bunker. 3 and 3. Ball guide should be like that, short and right. Mid numbers 6-3. Eye pull. Something like that.
Perfect shot.
Won't be good. I like the camera angle. Yeah, dead centre. So now the pull that I did on that was the perfect amount of eye pull that you need on the front 9 as well. I think I overdid it on the front 9. So it kind of wants to... I'll go back and rewatch it. Or you can replay, but I want to rewatch it myself as well, actually. I think it sort of wants to flicker to it doesn't want to go past the eye. It wants to sort of be majority of time on the eye, but flickering back towards 12, if you get me. So not going left of the eye, but sort of spending its majority of its time there. Yeah, the front line goes in bang on centre as well, Vivek, when you get the pole angle right. I think I just overdid it. See there, it's sort of going at the eye, but flickering back towards the N. That's what you're looking for on both nines. So with the slightly different setups in terms of landing position and spin, but the pull angle and 10% mid, power 3 is identical.
Perfect shot.
And then they both come in dead centre like that when you get it right.
Hole in one.
But I say it's a difficult shot either way, because you've either got to get that pull angle bang on, or you've got to do a pull back, and that's difficult to get bang on every time as well. Personally, I feel better about getting the pull angle right, which is why I play that shot. Right, quick check the rough notes here. I did drop this on the last one, so hopefully I can again. Got 2 left spin, 0.1 back for the second shot, okay. 3 and 3 at max, no elevation. Second shot, 343's mid, minus 10, okay. Offset 1 foot right, I've got on the second shot here. I think that was about the offset the first one needed, and I overdid it. Maybe even less than that on the front 9. So you just have to gauge that yourself by watching my replay. See how far I missed by. I've got 353, 40% sniper rate numbers. That's where I dropped it from. Minus 10 elevation. I do miss the old format though, I'm not going to lie. When you get dialed in and qualify, I'm shooting 17s and 16 is a bad round and 17 is an okay round. And then all of a sudden you've got to start all over again in opening round. And your scores drop down, it's just frustrating. And a lot more work. Especially when I'm trying to dial in all 4 different difficulty levels. It's quite a lot of work, really. 3 and 3. 4, 6, no elevation, 2, 3. I always pulled through the ball to the far side, or almost always. I think it's like only really an end bringer that I don't bother with, just because the rings are so small. Let's see what the yardage is. 343, so this should be about mid. I dropped it from 353 last time. That was 40% slider. 10 yards should be a lot more than that, shouldn't it? 25%. 10 yards would be 65% slider, wouldn't it? 2.5% per yard. 10 yards short, 25 more. Yeah. Let's go with the numbers that worked. I'm looking for about, it might, because I'm coming in from further out, the spins might change slightly.
Perfect shot.
But I used, trying to see where it is now, 0.1 top, 2 right.
Nice on.
With an 11.59. Is it 2 right? Let me just double check that. Left spin. Thought so. 2 left. Click a top. It was somewhere around this area I wanted to land it. Let's get the second bounce mid fringe. Definitely does look quite different because it's shorter, but I'll try it there. 4-4 with 11.59.
Perfect shot.
Oh, touch more offsets needed.
Nice on.
Never mind. Well, either a touch more offset or a touch less correction there, but I think it needed a touch more offset.
Eagle.
Yeah, from 353 yards my drive went last time for some reason. Quite a big difference there, really. 10 yards. So that's how roughly how I dropped it from 353. Those spins offsetting about a foot to the right of the hole. And from 353, 40% slider at -10. 343 there, tried 65 slider. And probably just didn't quite offset it enough, really. It definitely looked slightly different how it came in at the hole. You missed eagle on 3 both times in the bunker. Yeah. It's a dangerous hole, that one, Vivek, definitely. That's why I say very happy on hole 3 just to take it and run. Now this is going to be a bit of a winging it one. I'm going to go with my Kingfisher just because it's such a better club than my Thorn 6, even though that's what I've got slider numbers for, because the other accounts don't have a Kingfisher 7. This one just did so well in rookie, this account, and kept getting loads of Kingfisher cards. I just can't turn down that ball guide. I've got it in the bag, haven't I? Yeah. But if you do have a Thorn 6 for this, just give you an idea. Playing no elevation, 4 back, 2 right, which I'm going to try and do similar with the Kingfisher. But slider numbers, I've got 443, 40% for a Thorn 6. I've dropped that the first time, and the second time I got almost the same yardage, and unfortunately caught a speed roll and it smacked the pin and came out. I've also had a drive go 558, it went really long. Left me a Max Enbringer shot that I played no elevation with 1 back and half a right at the right edge. And that dropped. But we're going to have to wing it with the slider on this. But I'm going to play no elevation. And I'll be about 4 back, 2 right-ish as well. But we'll get to see on this one at least how the ball guide looks.
Perfect shot.
With the Thorn 6, it's always a bit of guesswork because you're only going to see as far as your third bounce. And there's definitely a bit of curl on the green as right to left as it runs down at the hole. So it's tricky. So Zerk, EM7, I'm stretching and putting yellow by the rough at max OP. Max top, 2 left. Yeah, 10 max. And push back up. So P, bit curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect shot.
See what yardage we get. 445. So that would be about 36% with the Thorn 6. But that has 86 power. 36% for 86. This has 83. So it's going to need another 6%. So it's probably going to be hoping about 42%, but we'll check it visually. So that's just using in my head there, 2% per yard.
Great shot.
So I want an additional 6% for the 3 yards less power.
Nice on.
So let's just check that it looks roughly about that. I haven't made some sort of silly mistake. Yeah. Mid's about here. Maybe a bit less. Mid. Two right. Got it about almost 5 back here. Like that. I'm gonna try a touch less, I think. It's got 40%. 5 2. A little slight 1159.
Perfect shot.
Snuck in. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rebecca. I don't think I ever see anyone playing with Kingfisher, but on lower level accounts, especially if you've done well in Rookie and you've got a lot of sort of low level epic cards through, once it gets to sort of 6, it's pretty good. 7, it's a really good club. It's way better than like Thorn or Hornet 6. Just quickly show you the stats of it. Kingfisher 7, it comes quite handy. Like, it's got half decent power. That's the only thing really that lets it down. Great accuracy, and it's lacking a bit of topspin for some holes. So like Tour 10, where there's a couple of rough bump short iron holes, I wouldn't have it in my bag for that. But generally all round play, it's got great ball guide. It's got good level of backspin, great accuracy, very handy club. When you compare it to that, well, yeah, okay, you get the distance. Yeah, more distance than I thought actually on the Thorn 6. But way better accuracy, more topspin, and just the ball guide's the main thing. Miles better. Right. That was 6. We got 15. Got that, thankfully. See if we can get the 16th. Quarterback, 2.8, 1.8. This is another one that's a bit of a work in progress, and it just seems to be much harder to drop than qualifying was. I'll tweak the spins, let's see if they work. Oh, what's that? Gonna go 20 mid P3 numbers. .8 back, 1.8 right. 2.8 back, 1.8 right. Boxing the red in again. Try that. 20 mid, 6.5.
shot.
Come on, be good. Be good. I do like this. Come on. I like the camera angle as well. Oh, dead centre. So that was 20% mid, power 3 numbers. Box the red in with the rough and the bunker. Same as position as the front 9. 2.8 backspin, a 1.8 right spin. Thanks for the booms, Vivek. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, that's ideally where I always want this hole to be coming in from. If you can get it up into that area in the top right, where you saw sort of the apex of that shot there, if it starts running down from there, it's always going to have a great chance of dropping.
Great shot.
See, that's a little short. It needs to be a little bit higher up the hill than that. Yeah, that's what cost him.
Nice on.
But he sports a good football club, so we'll let him off. A couple of drops there, that helps smarten the card up a little bit. Let's make sure we get the safe eagle here, hopefully. Just double check my notes, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. 1-1, no push up. So this time I'm going to try what I should have tried in the front 9, which is 5.5 back, 3 right. Otherwise it's the same except blue by the sand, not red by the sand, just because of the different wind angle. But I do love any hole where you can play like a quarterback or a rock and you've got that 100 accuracy. Just love it. So much better. You just know you can get away with hitting great, on a drive like this. The M7's a nice club, but just 45 accuracy is pretty low. So I'm going blue by the rough at max P2. 3, let's go 5.5. One to one, no push up. Max up P just outside a triangle curl, so about there.
Perfect shot.
Perfect. I like the landing spot. That looks better. We know. That's what happened on the front 9 in the other shot, which is why I increased from 5 to 6 backspin. I finished there. So that obviously doesn't need much tweaking. Maybe try 5.7 backspin or something at most. Don't do what I did. Throw another one backspin at it and finish it way short. And the good thing about this shot as well, coming in like that, is you've got an outside chance of dropping it. I feel like the bounce rough bump shot, I've played it like even with 3 right spin, it's always trying to push away from the hole, and then you just end up getting so tied to that rough and that bunker running along the right of the green.
Perfect shot.
Just think that if you can get away with playing a shot like this, it's just much safer and gives you that outside chance of a drop. Like that's a nice shot as well.
Nice on.
Also, it's nice to use a katana and not a kingmaker for a change.
Eagle.
Right, ninth hole, I'm playing exactly like the front nine. The drive is literally identical in terms of how I'm playing it. It will finish slightly longer because of more of a tailwind, but then that's good because that gives me I'm more to the left side of the gap. I think. Yeah, more to the left side of the gap, which then means I'm pulling away from the trees again. But it's looking like this should be another 31, so it's consistent stuff. If some of the drops, you can get all the drops together, you know what I mean, rather than, because some of these have been super close to dropping, then you could be on for a really low score. Right, yeah. So 20 max, blue by the rough at max for QB 9 and 10 is where I'm setting up. 1.2 back, 3 right, half a ball curl. And then from there, just like the front 9, just adjusting the landing spot and spins just to get a safe eagle with an outside chance of an alba. Don't take any risks. Thanks Vivek. Yeah, backline's been a bit better, hasn't it? That's more how I know. Front line was a little bit frustrating. Nothing was dropping for me, was it? And a couple of greats as well didn't help. Right, so blue by the rough at max. 3, 1.2. So like that. 20 max. 5, 9. It's a straight pull. And half a ball curl.
Perfect shot.
Just in case if anyone's wondering why I do that with the overpower initially, it's just, it could be a Golf Clash myth, but it's supposed to give you a little bit of a smoother needle. So I've just gotten into the habit of doing it now. Whether it's true or not, I don't really know, to be honest, but I don't bother doing it if I don't have time. I'm always looking at the clock before I pull, or as I'm pulling back. And so say it said 3 seconds were left on the clock, I would know, right, okay, I just have to center my ball and release it on the, so as it goes to the left, I center my ball, and as it swings back from the right, I know I'm going to have to release. It's not going to have time to go left, right, and back again, because I always try and release coming from the right. It's just what works for me. Like, I've got something I've gotten used to. Whenever I try and release from the left, there's a much higher chance of me hitting great. Sometimes I have to. If I look at the clock and there's only 2 seconds left, then I know it's like literally pull back and release it on that first swing back, otherwise I could time out. It's always better to hit a great than time out. So roughly about, that's between sort of mid and max, I think, isn't it? I don't know, something like this. Let's go technical between mid and max. Let's go about what, 4.6 rings. Let's try that. Like that one there, I didn't mess about with it because I was running lower on time. Oh, that's caught the speed roll off the downside of the fringe there, but should be fine for an eagle. That's why you've probably noticed on hole 5 and 14, I was always trying to get that either second or third bounce sort of in the centre of the fringe, because I'm just trying to make sure and avoid the possibility of, you see how his second bounce there is like, or where it was at the very end of the fringe, or the same at the very start. Any of those fine edges, if if you catch those, that's where you can get some nasty kick-ons, get a nasty little speed roll. Whenever I'm setting a shot up, I always try and avoid those edges. Apart from hole 1 on this course, if you end up short in the rough, I actually try and land it with like my razor or Nirvana, whatever you've got with 100 accuracy. I actually do try and land it on those edges of fringes because it just helps to kick the ball on at the hole. And there is quite a little range in there if you move back and forth where you can still get the speed roll and use it to your advantage. It's the safe eagle. It's another 31. Happy with that after a very average front 9. But had I not hit great on 2, had I got the pull angle better on 4, now there's definitely more drops in there to be had. But a 31's definitely safely through. In fact, I'm currently tied top of the group. This guy done me on albatrosses. But it's a decent tiebreaker to take through. And that was me, 16 opening versus his 15. How's the group looking? He's going quite well. After 15. All depends on his back 9. Is the group full? Nope. Taking forever now on these brackets to fill up. Hopefully it's, well, so many openings it doesn't matter. But I really want to get top 3 on at least one of my accounts. I just want to see what these Kingslayers are like. Or on one of my expert accounts, maybe I'll get some. Looking forward to trying those balls. Right. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it could have been a 33 or 34. And thanks, Jess. Hopefully it's giving you some ideas. So a few tweaks on what shots I've tried there, and I think you'll get some more drops than I did. Definitely is. There's definitely a 34 there for the taking, comfortably, I think. So good luck with your rounds, guys. Hope it helps, and see you later. Bye.